Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ngubane and this is the Ngubane YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in once again. Please make sure that you like this video and subscribe if you haven't already to join this episode blue beautiful family. Thank you once again for tuning in. Please make sure that you like this video. I haven't done a story time in a long time, and it's not like I don't have stories. I actually do have stories. It's just that sometimes I think that I will do it and then I guess I forget that I had thought of that particular story, but I have a lot of stories to tell. But in due time, and please don't mind my voice as well. I'm recovering from the flu, my second dose of the flu, which is crazy because every single year before winter, I will have the flu, and just like a month or so before winter ends, I will have the flu. Like, immune system, why are you not immuning? Let us get into today's story. So today I am going to be sharing a story about the time that my neighbor was cheating on his wife with my teacher. Before anything, it's very important for me to note that this was in primary school. So I was a kid, like I was a child. The fact that I've lived to tell this story is proof that as long as you're still alive, nothing. My grandfather, may his soul rest in peace, was friends with this neighbor. But I also grew up knowing our neighbors anyways, but it was my grandfather who knew him. And then, because he was, I don't want to give too much of what he was doing, but he was in what is it? In the medical, yes, he was in the medical sphere. I assume that they had had a conversation, my grandfather and this man, so we're gonna call him X-man, yes. So my grandfather and X-man had like a friendship, and then I'm assuming, this is assumption, that they had had a conversation and they exchanged information, and my grandfather noted that X-man is now working at a clinic that is in town near my school. Okay, my grandfather comes back and then he insists that, okay, I've made arrangements for you with X-Men so he's gonna drop you off Masugana and then you're gonna walk the rest of the way because it's close, you know, and a lot of kids in the morning are walking to school anyway, so it's safe. Yeah, well, okay, cool, I don't mind it. Like, I'm excited, I'm happy that I'm not going to be taking public transport for the while. Little did I know. So the Monday comes around and I'm going with X-Men. I'm excited, you know, I know him, he knows me, and that's that. Okay, so on that Monday I just go to his house rather, and then I just wait in the car. So I'm waiting in the car, I'm waiting for him, and I'm waiting with his hand. So it was gonna be X-Men, his son, and myself. Yeah, so he was gonna drop off his son at school and then drop me off along the way, and then I was gonna walk the rest of the way. We drive and then he drops me off at Masugan. Haibo. First of all, it's very important to note that I'm quite a fast walker. So I'm assuming that when he dropped me off, he didn't think I was fast. He didn't think I was quick, but I'm quite a very quick walker because I just like to get to the place as soon as possible. So I'm walking towards my school. I'm just a kid, man. So I'm walking and then I got to my school. No. Before I got to my school. So this is my school, okay? And I'm coming from here, and this is the entrance to the school, to enter the school. So I'm walking, and I turn. Mind you, as I'm turning, this entrance is for, there's a big gate and there's a small gate for it's the entrance to the parking lot for the teachers, and then on the side is the entrance for the pedestrians. So I'm walking, and there's like a mini a driveway here, yeah. So I'm walking, I turn, I'm not minding, but my mind is just everywhere. Like, I'm just a kid, I'm just minding my business. Like, so I turn and I wait because I have to let the cars drive in first. So the cars are driving in, and then the gate closes. So when it closes, you have to press the buzzer and then basically say who you are, and then they would let you in. So the gate closes, and whose car is there? It is X-Man's car. And he looks at me, and I look at him, and he looks at me, and I look at him.
And he looks at me, and I look at him.
And then the gate opens, and then he goes in. Ho! Okay, alright. What I'm doing? What am I supposed to do? And I just walk, and then I walk across the drive-through, and then I go in the gate, and then I just look at the car, and then when I look at the car, there are shadows. Oh, what? You're kissing my teacher. You're kissing my teacher. You have a wife at home. You're kissing my teacher. What? So I was shook. Obviously, as a kid, I was like, oh, okay. So the day ends, and I go back home. As a kid, like, I think each memory when it comes to that, like, I had a shorter attention span, so I had even forgotten about the encounter. And then my aunt asked me, so when I got home, my aunt asked me, how did it go? Did he leave you where he said he was going to leave you? How did you walk? Did you have any troubles getting to school? That's when it clicked with, oh, what? Today, this morning, I saw a shocking thing. A shocking thing, aunt. A shocking thing. My aunt, I saw a shocking. I was shook. Even now, aunt, you're asking me, and my body was shocking again because I'm remembering the shock that was shocking when I was shocked. So I'm like to my aunt, because as much as I was a kid, I knew that it was wrong. So I'm telling my aunt, like, please don't tell anybody. But I saw X-Man drive in my teacher, a teacher that taught in my school, and they kissed. Don't tell anybody, aunt. Please don't tell anybody. I'm just telling you this because I'm shocked. Anyways, and I just went about my business, and I was playing, and I was doing all those kind of things because of what? I'm a kid, and I've even forgotten about that. Like, it's huge. It's not my business. It's so I thought. And then I was playing outside, and my aunt randomly calls me. Okay, I'm coming because my aunt is calling me. I'm walking inside the house. As soon as I saw X-Men's wife, my heart dropped. Why are you making me a witness, aunt? Why are you doing that to me? I confided in you. I trusted you, aunt. When I walked in, I'm just like, no. Why did I do this to myself, aunt? Why did you do this to me? And then I look at her, and I can't even look at her in the eyes now because I understand what's going on. And then my aunt asks me, oh, come here, what did you say happened? What did you see? And now I have to narrate it. Mind you, when I was narrating it to my aunt, I was like pompous. Like, oh my gosh, aunt. Oh my, infidelity, aunt. Infidelity, cheating. A respected man is cheating, aunt. Now, I was like, I'm not sure. I think I saw Mr. X-Men in my school, and then he dropped off like a teacher that teaches at my school, and like I think they gave each other hugs. Yeah, that's what I saw. And then they're interrogating me now. Like, what? Why are you interrogating me? I'm just a victim of circumstances. I'm a victim of circumstance. So now they're asking me, am I sure? I'm like, obviously I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. Like, I have eyes. I can see people. I see their faces. I recognize it. So my brain can process recognition and recognizes people, especially in Neighbour. I've lived in the neighborhood for years. And a teacher I've known probably most of my primary school. I know the two faces. I know what's kissing. I know the car because I was being transported the very same car. I know. So they interrogate me, and then I'm just like, I know that they're gonna tell this man. I know it. Like, my heart sank so much. But obviously, I'm still a kid, and I just go back about my business, and I was playing. The minute I saw that man's car turning the street, the minute I saw his car turning the street, Casta Semenya had nothing on me. I flew home at that point. Even myself, I was surprised. How come I am so fast? Because 1 minute I saw myself playing donkey, next minute I am behind a sofa at home. I wasn't even part of the process of me running. My body just said, slice it, and I sliced it. I was shivering, I was shaking my guy, shaking like this. After just running from his car, I got home. When I got home, I just spent the rest of the day, the evening, early evening to late evening at home. Like, I didn't even want to, and I was scared that they're gonna call me to the neighbor's house, and I have to be a witness. Now they are having an altercation. They are having an argument, and I have to say, did you see him? And I have to say yes, because I'm not a liar. And it's gonna ask me where, and I have to say at school. And then obviously the following day I have to go with X-Men, the very same man I snitched on. I have to go with him. Mind you, the previous day, I had gotten inside the house, and then I waited inside the car, just outside the garage. Now, I was just peeping through the window to see if the car backs up. Because when he backs the car, he used to back the car up, and then he'd go out of the car and close the gate. So I was timing it so that by the time he is going to close the gate, I just go inside the car fast. I get inside the car. I look down. At that point, I could have been looking for gold. The way I was looking down, I was like this the whole way. And then, mind you, at that point, his son is also there. So it was the three of us still. And then he dropped his son off. Father. He was like, he asked me, what did I see yesterday? Oh! My heart, I was sick to my stomach. I was so sick. Like, I was really so sick. And then I was like, nothing. And he's like, look at me when I'm talking to you. And then I raised my eyes to the rearview mirror. You know that someone gives you to assert dominance and also fear. Oh. At that point, I was scared for my life. I was so scared. He was like, "Ungahamba ukhuluma izinto ongazazi. Don't go around speaking things that you don't know. Going forward, you're gonna shut up. You're gonna swallow yourself." And the same thing happened that day. So he dropped me off in Masugana, and then I walked the rest of the way. So I think when he drops me off, he would go and fetch teacher, and then they would drive back to my school. When I was 10, the car was driving in. He looked at me, I looked at him, he was like, "Oh." I was quarter to fainting at the gate because a grown man is basically threatening me to shut up. Shut up. So, and then I went back home and I told my aunt again, I was like, "I'm not gonna travel with this man. I'm not gonna travel with X-Man anymore because he basically threatened me. I saw him again today and he threatened me." And my aunt again called X-Man's wife to testify. Why? To say the things that I was saying. This man was basically low-key threatening me to shut up, to shut my mouth up. And then I stopped, obviously, traveling with him because I was adamant. Like, I used to cry in the morning. I'm like, I'm not traveling with this man anymore. We came up with a plan to be like, when he's leaving, I'm going to say, "I'm not ready yet." And then he's obviously going to have to leave me. And then the minute, like, he turns the corner, I'm leaving, like, the house and I'm going to get a taxi. So that happened. Lo and behold, when that happened, still, when I turn the corner, he's driving in. What in the bad luck is this? Ishwalan lele mbhekana nalo. Ngabhekana ney'ngqikimba ey'ngaka ngimncane kanje. So eventually, they were kind of okay with it. Like, the guy would just drive his mistress in at my school, and then that was that. And I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess this is the new norm or something." Well, it happened. You should say they jolted and they jollied, and the fellow good jolly. And then the following year, my registration teacher, so the teacher that I go to in the morning for registration and in the afternoon for registration, was the very same teacher that is a home wrecker. She was my class teacher and she was my Zulu teacher. When I found out, I remember, obviously, like, they give you the reports and then they will tell you for the following grade who's your teacher for the following grade. I was crossing everything that I could cross, my fingers, even my tongue, to be like, "Please, Lord, let me not get this teacher." And I got her. And she was my registered teacher. And the weird thing about that teacher, she was so weird like that. She just had, like, pick me vibes so much. When she noted that I was in her class, she was just like, she was like kind of flaunting Guti and X-Men are still a thing, even when I snitched on them, she's still standing. Luckily, she was very, I guess, professional about it. She wasn't, like, out to get me or anything like that. But she was she was like, "Wait, she's fuba, man." She was like, kind of vibe, But she never did anything directly to me, discriminated me in any shape or form, or like, yeah, she didn't do anything like that. So aside from just everything else, she was a good teacher. She was a good teacher. I guess when she was doing those things, like she was like she wanted me to go back and tell X-Men's wife, but she's doing this and she's doing that. She's doing this and she's doing that. And she's doing this and she's doing that. Like, girl, I'm slangen. I mean, I don't know if they dated through and through and through, because unfortunately he has passed. So the lady that was being cheated on, she stayed obviously because they were together until the last moments. And that is it for my story time today. Please make sure that you like this video and subscribe to join this ever so blue, beautiful family. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Until our next video, do take care. Goodbye.